I've started the recordings. Okay. So yesterday we were talking about deployment model, computing model, benefits, what is cloud, what is data center, all these
Yes.
things we discussed yesterday. Today we would like to talk about the security. Is it really secured? If yes, then why? If not, then why? What do you think? What's your
The security of cloud.
yeah?
Okay. And Bhai, you said you're gonna share some Linux video for me
That
uh,
I'll do. I'll do
when
at the end.
whenever
At the end.
whenever you get a chance.
Yeah. At the end, I'll share
Okay.
you some of the details. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
So what you think? Is it secured or is it not? If not, then why?
It's it's secured. I think it's more secured than some private storages of any individual companies because it's like your data and your all the credentials are stored in a very big warehouse like AWS or Azure or any other big services. So I think it's more secure than, and even if you lose the data for some reason, they have copies or something like that for for these type of incidents. So in my opinion, it's more safe.
Okay. So basically, there are two things here. Okay. What AWS says about the security. Okay. AWS is having shared responsibility model here in terms of security. Okay. The one is security of cloud. Okay. So
Yep.
security of cloud means their data centers. Okay. Their uh, their buildings, their DGs. Okay. Their servers, their network devices. Okay. All these are the responsibility of AWS. Okay. So
Yep.
all these are the responsibility of AWS. Security in cloud. Like you got your AWS account created. If you compromised your credentials with someone, then that is not the responsibility of AWS. If you allow unknown traffic on your AWS account from anywhere, that is not the responsibility of AWS. That is the responsibility of customer.
In individual customer.
Okay. Along with that, AWS is ISO IEC 27001 and so many like compliance. Okay, it means whatever they are performing, whatever they are doing in AWS data centers, okay, that comes under the compliance. They're following the particular SOPs to perform any of the task. Okay, for which they used to have the audits, internal audits and external audits they used to have. And as part of particular SOP, all the processes are being followed. So it is not like any person can do blindly anything. No, he will have to follow the SOPs. Okay. So one thing we need to remember, security of cloud is the responsibility of AWS and security in cloud is the responsibility of customer.
Individual customers.
Hmm.
So it's a shared responsibility. Like if
Right.
I don't, the part I don't understand is if something happened because of the traffic, then it's the customer responsibility. Is that what you were saying?
Right. Okay.
And
Not
if something
blind.
happened
Mhm.
because of their services, then it's their responsibility. Like
Right. Right.
if something happened at IaaS, PaaS, or SaaS, then it's their responsibility.
Uh, we can't bring those cloud deployment models here, but uh, we, as I told, Okay, see, for example, theft. Okay, we consider the theft at home. Okay, similarly, if theft happen at AWS data center due to some reason, okay, that is the responsibility of AWS. Like AWS will take care it take care of it physically, and from physically physical perspective, or if from the maintenance perspective, particular process is being followed. Okay, so that is the
Yeah,
responsibility of AWS. But if you, as you have the account of your AWS account, and you will be losing out your credentials, okay, then AWS can't do anything here, isn't it?
got it. Yeah.
Okay. So it is like that. Next is, today we're gonna talk about the first service, and that is EC2. EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay,
Is
this is
that
one of
the
the. Mhm.
okay? Sorry, I was just making a account yesterday. You asked me,
Yeah,
so I
right.
made the account, and there was a term there, elastic beanstalk. Is that
Mhm.
the same thing?
No, this is different. Elastic EC2,
Oh,
Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, this is the first service which we're gonna discuss.
okay.
So this is one of the greatest feature of AWS, highly used, and mainly what we do here, mainly we deploy virtual machines in EC2. Okay, what we do, we deploy virtual machines in this particular service, that is EC2. And here, virtual machines are known as EC2 instance. Okay, what do we call them? We call them EC2 instance. Here, various configurations of CPU, memory, storage, and network capacity is known as instance type. Okay, what do we call them? Instance type.
Yeah,
Like we use a laptop, right? We used to say it is i3, i5, i7, right? This
yeah,
configuration of laptop. So similarly here, what do we have? We have the instance types here.
got it.
Okay. So, but here we call it instance types. Okay. Here, to connect with any of the virtual machines, we don't use a password. Okay. What do we use? We use key pairs used for authentication in EC2 instead of password based authentication, because password could be compromised, right? Key pairs
Yeah,
can't be. Here, if we provision any virtual machine, then we don't want to have the unnecessary traffic. Okay, we can block unnecessary traffic reaching out to our virtual machines. So for that, we have the security groups in place. So security groups are attached to stop unwanted traffic to reach out to EC2 instance. EC2 instance means virtual machine. What do we call it?
okay.
EC2 instance.
EC2 instance.
Here in EC2, we have the ability to increase, decrease computer or virtual machines processing, memory, storage resources. Okay, as we talked about it yesterday, it is scalable, right? So if it is scalable, what we can do, we can increase. For example,
Or
we have a
decrease.
laptop.
Yeah,
For example,
yeah.
we have a laptop. We have i3 configuration of laptop, and we want to upgrade it to i5. Can we do it?
We have a laptop, and we want to upgrade it to.
i5. From i3, we want to upgrade it to i5. Can we do?
No, the core i3 is in. It's built in the laptop.
Right. Okay, we can't do it. but here we can do it. Okay, here we can upgrade the instance type or storage we want to increase, we can do it. Okay, that's not a problem.
of our virtual machine,
Yeah,
of our EC2 instance.
right.
Okay, okay.
Okay, two things then. Okay, this is a user. I'll copy one more. Okay, let me go. Okay, so consider this way. Okay, we have two machines. What we do when we have a machine, when we have a laptop, okay, what we used to do, we used to put our username and password and we get logged in. Okay, but if a machine is there which is far away from your laptop, okay, maybe placed somewhere in the data center or over the cloud, and you need to connect with that machine, how will you connect? Okay, that is my question.
Key, key pairs.
Yeah, key pairs is needed for authentication, right? But if
Yep.
key pair is there, then the machine could be, or virtual machine could be of two types. Okay, mainly for the I categorize them, whether that will be Linux or that will be Windows,
Windows.
right? So how can you connect with the Linux machines and how can you connect with the Windows machine? You know that?
No.
Okay. So to connect with Linux
I
machine, mhm,
uh I I'm not sure if I'm right, but I uh, read somewhere for Linux machine uh you need to just like Windows, we just open files and close it and make it or delete it. But for Linux, we need CLI commands to do that,
right,
all those things. So maybe with the commands.
right, you're right. Okay. So basically here Linux works on SSH. Okay, SSH
Okay.
works at port number 22. Okay, there's a protocol that is SSH on which works at port number 22. Through this particular port, through SSH, what we can do, we can connect with a Linux machine. Okay, that is one thing.
Okay.
But if we are using here as a client machine, okay, if you are using Mac, if you are using Linux, okay, any Linux like Ubuntu or any machine, any operating system is installed in your laptop, then you can directly open the terminal and you can connect with the Linux machine. If you are not using Mac or Linux machine, okay, then you will have to think, because here if you're using Windows, okay, Windows, like I'm using here Windows, then here it doesn't provide me the functionality of terminal. I can't directly connect with the Linux machine. Okay, how can I do? For that there are two ways. Either I can use git bash, okay, or second one is I can use putty. Putty is very popular. Git bash is also popular. So people use these these tools or these softwares to connect with the Linux machine. Okay. Second thing
So
is,
we have our Windows at our location, and we are trying to connect with Linux that is in any database. Then we use Git bash or putty. Is that what you're saying?
we will see while we will be connecting with any of the Linux machine, then we will come to know how we are connecting. Okay. It will clear out your doubts.
Okay.
So what we will do, we will provision one of the machine over the cloud. Okay. And we have the Windows laptop, like I, the laptop that I'm using. I am providing you the training on Windows laptop, right? You will also be using
Yes.
Windows if I'm not wrong. Then
Yes.
how will we
Yes.
connect? I will just show you. I will just show you in a while. Next one is Windows. Okay, for Windows we have a if we want to connect with the Windows, then there is something that is known as RDP. Okay, we can connect any of the Windows machine with the help of RDP, and RDP works at port number 3268 if I'm not wrong. Oh, sorry, 3389. Okay, RDP
3389.
works at
Okay.
3389. So at this port, we can connect with any of the Windows machine. Here, we are not required to use any software, or downloading is not required. What we can do, we can just go here and either we can search RDP, that is fine. Here, remote desktop connection will get open. And once this one will get open, we will paste the IP address here and we will click on connect. It will help us to connect. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it.
Now, let okay. That is the thing. So now, okay, let me save this. Proceed ahead. Now let me talk about the security groups. Okay, there is very popular security groups are very popular. Okay, and highly we should know all in and outs of security group. Okay, so security group acts as a firewall between the EC2 instance and outside world. Okay, what happened here? It acts as a firewall. It can be attached to multiple instances. Okay, it attached to multiple instances. It is locked down to a region or VPC combination. Locked down to a region or VPC combination. It does here what happened? All inbound traffic when we create a security group, right? All inbound traffic is blocked by default. And all outbound traffic is allowed by default. Okay, so there is a security group. I can just show you. I can just try to explain you. Okay, this is a security group. What it will do, it will filter out your traffic. Okay, once your traffic is filtered here, then only it will forward to the EC2 instance with whom it is attached.
Yep.
Okay, so for example here, if we block the port number 22, we don't allow. Okay, what will happen if this is a Linux machine? You will not be able to connect. Okay, if it is a Linux and 22 is blocked, then what will happen? You will not be able to connect. Okay, why? Because this one is
Port number
blocked.
22.
Hmm. blocked port number 22, you will not be able to connect with this. Okay, it is like this. So security group act as a firewall. But if we allow just port number 22, then what will happen? We will be able to connect with this particular boundary. Okay, if this also works at port number 22, we will be able to connect with this one as well. This is how the security group works. Any questions till now?
When we say port number 22, what do we exactly means? Like the traffic coming from a certain group, or I don't understand that part.
Okay. There are, in the world of networking or computers, what happened? There are more than 65,300 something ports are there. Okay.
Okay,
Which
ports.
establish a logical connection to,
Okay.
for example, what we do here, we just go here, we open google.com. Okay. What we are doing, we are requesting to Google server. Okay, what we are doing, we requested, right, by putting this, and what happened? Google responded us with this particular web page. That's what happened,
Yep. Yes.
right? But it is not like we blindly did this. Okay, for example, let me show you here. So here I go. Okay, what I will be doing, I will say google.com just is generating at port number 80. Okay, so at browser the request is at port number 80 or port number 443 as well. 443 is for HTTPS. 80 is for HTTP and 443 is for HTTPS. Okay, but if I say here, okay, for example, if I say 22, see what happened. The site can't be reached. Why?
Yep.
Because Google server is not accepting the traffic at port number 22.
Okay. Now I get it.
Okay, so it works like this. So now let's go here and let's launch one EC2 instance or virtual machine, and then we will try to understand this. Okay, let me go here into, there are so many regions. Okay, regions are like group of data centers. Okay, so AWS has deployed their data centers into these particular regions, which I'm showing to you. So which one is, anyone is nearest to you? Maybe North Virginia will be nearest to you, right? In US, there are four
Yes.
regions: North Virginia, Ohio, California, Oregon.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
I live in DC, so North Virginia is near to me.
okay. So here, your organization may be looking forward to have their infrastructure in North Virginia.
Is there any difference between all
So
those
so
locations,
that,
or are the same?
yes, there is a difference. Difference is of location. We try to show you with one of the example. Okay.
So my question is, the most important benefit of having cloud is you can be on
Okay, fun
you.
is here.
Okay.
North Virginia, and this is, let's say, Ohio. Okay. And not Ohio, or let me give anyone else. Okay, for example, London. Okay, probably you will be able to segregate it more clearly. Okay, here we are. So now there are multiple. Okay, you are the one who are working for any organization as an engineer. Okay, these are the customers. Who are these? These are the customers who will be accessing your application or who will be accessing your website. Okay. So
Yes.
if these are the people who will be accessing your website, thousands or millions of people or
But your voice is not clear. It's many being in between.
as much as 10 people are being. Now all of them, it's okay.
I
Is
can
it
hear
better
me.
now?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, I can
yes.
hear you.
It's
Could you hear me?
Let's try. Yeah, I can hear you, but your voice is just going off and on sometimes.
Oh, is it? It should not, yeah. Fine, then let me know if it happens again. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So here, these are the people, okay, who are the customer for your organization. Okay. And all of these, or mostly these people are in USA. Okay. So now you are a, let me say, you are the management or you are the architect, okay, who work for this particular organization. Getting my point?
Yes.
Okay. So now you have to deploy your infrastructure. It means you have to deploy your servers, okay, or storage. Where will you do? In North Virginia or in London?
I'll do in North Virginia because it's the location is close to me. But I just have my question like we are using cloud. The main important benefit of using cloud is because it's on internet, you can use it anywhere. Then what's the difference if I use it in North Virginia or if I use it in London? It should be the same, right?
No, it is not same. Okay. Reason you yourself told. You told you will be deploying your infrastructure in North Virginia. The
Yep.
reason you yourself have given because it is closer to you. It is closer to your
Okay.
location. Okay. So why, if it is closer to you, then what will happen? It will have the least latency. Okay. Latency
Okay.
means
Okay.
if you access something, okay. For example, you are looking into one particular match or one particular movie. One movie you are streaming it with high speed, okay, and one movie you are trying to open which is buffering at the moment. Okay, so which one you prefer?
High speed, of course.
High speed, right? So
Yeah.
similarly here, where the customers are being there, okay, because these are the main people who will be accessing your sites. So if these people sits in United States or majority of your uh, customers are from USA, you should deploy your infrastructure in North Virginia only. Okay.
Got
Although
it.
the people
Got it.
who are sitting here in other countries, okay, they will also be able to access your websites, your everything. Okay. They will not have much latency, although, but latency matters to everyone. Okay, a
Got
bit
it.
could be
Yep.
there, but majority of customers are here from USA, so you will look forward to deploy into North Virginia.
I got it. Yep.
Okay, so this is the concept, and there is one more thing. If we talk about one particular data center, okay, for example, this particular, sorry, not data center, particular region. Okay, if we talk about one particular region, then in one particular region there are multiple data centers. Okay, like we talk about North Virginia, if we are choosing the North Virginia, in North Virginia there will be multiple data centers, and those data centers will be interconnected with each other.
Okay.
Okay, they will have the least latency, they will have the good network optimized path or network good network connectivity. So this is like, this is how it works. So yeah, when you store the, yeah, just like this. Any questions?
No, I got it. I got the term latency. No, I understand it.
Fine. Let's go here. Okay. So here we go. And what we have chosen, we have chosen the North Virginia here. There are multiple. 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay. So here, when we go to the console looks like this. Okay. And here we need to choose the region accordingly. And once the region we choose, okay, maybe North Virginia we have chosen at this moment of time. And here we go, if we just go here, okay, then we are able to see multiple applications or multiple categorizations we are able to see. For example, if I just go to compute, in compute, I'm able to see so many subcategories are being there. In containers, we have the subcategories, okay, and database. Okay, databases are also being there. So such sort of certain categories are there being there. Okay. So now we talked about if we want to work on particular service, we can just go here. For example, we want to explore EC2. So once we go here, it directly shows virtual servers in the cloud. Okay. So we can just go, we can click on it. And once we click on this, we will be able to see the dashboard. So here it shows like one particular instance is there, and the instance is into the running condition at this moment of time. So here what we can do, we can just go here and we can terminate. We don't need this instance at this moment of time. So what we did, we terminated this. Okay. Now,
Okay.
what will we do? Okay, we have to launch one virtual machine. So to launch one virtual machine, we will just go here, launch instance, and any name, whatever we want to give, we can just give. For example, web server, it is showing web server we can use. And here we have the operating systems. So there are different operating systems available like Amazon Linux. Amazon has designed its own operating system, that is Amazon Linux. Mac operating system, if we want to provision, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, SUSE, Debian. Okay, all these operating systems are being available. So whichever we want to use or provision, we can provision. Okay. So for
Yes.
to provision the operating system, we are not the one who will be taking the decision. We will get the request. Okay, like this operating system we need to use. So accordingly, we will be choosing it.
Okay.
Getting my point?
Yes.
Okay. So for example, Amazon Linux we can consider for now, and here it shows free tier eligible. We are good. Okay, multiple version of Amazon Linux are available. 2023, Amazon Linux 2, Deep Learning OSS. Okay, so these we can choose. So here we go, and now we have the instance types. Okay, so here in instance type, we need to choose this free tier eligible one, that is T2.micro.
Micro.
Okay, now next is we can't have the password here. So here, what do we need to have? We need to have the key pair. Okay, so
Yes.
what we will do, we will just go and we will say create new key pair. Okay, and key pair name we can give mm, okay, for example, morning. Okay, I'm giving a random key pair name. So morning is the key pair name which I'm giving. And here we will be keeping it like this only. Okay, later on we will discuss what and all other options are. And we will say create key pair. Okay, so key pair is got downloaded here. Okay, here I
Yes.
can go, and what I will do, I have a folder here, key pair. 1 second. Okay, I pasted it here. Now I'll go back. Here we have the network. Okay, in network settings, what we will do, we will create one security group. Okay, So what I can do, I will click on edit. Here I will create a security group. To security group, I will be giving it a name as web server. And here I will copy. I will paste the description web server so that I can see as we are provisioning the Linux machine. Here it is showing security group rule. Okay, but it is allowing port number. It is allowing SSH at port number 22. Okay, from anywhere in the world, like you, me, anywhere
Okay.
can anyone can connect. So that's why anywhere, and that's what we're allowing. If you want to allow anything else, we can do. For example, here we go. Along with that SSH, I want to allow HTTP. So I can select HTTP. Host type, I will be choosing anywhere, and I'm good. Okay, it shows storage. I'm scrolling down. The next is storage. Storage is how much GB of volume you want to keep. So as it is a free to AWS account, I am good with the 8 GB of storage at this moment of time. And if I will be clicking on launch instance, then we will be able
And
to.
what
Mhm.
does GP3 means by 8 GB
Yeah,
and
there are.
GP3?
See, in volumes, there are different types of volumes. Okay, like we used to have our hard drives, right? SSD, SATA, STD,
Yes.
right? So similarly, here also we have the storages, storage type. We will explore later while we will be discussing about EBS. Okay,
Okay.
but at this moment of time, there are. This is what we have. Then here we go, advanced details. Okay, if I will be, I will click on launch instance, then our EC2 instance will get launched. But now I want to explore something. And what I want this server to make as a web server. That's why I have allowed the port number HTTP as well. Okay.
Yep.
So to make that, uh, we have moved so fast. Okay, but yeah, that is fine. I hope you will be able to grab it. Okay. What I will
Yeah,
do
I get
here,
it. Yes.
what I will do here in user data, I will write a script. Okay. And in that script, I will be mentioning what and like it is a startup script basically. In user data, what we mentioned the startup script. So here, whatever I will mention, like few commands I will mention basically, few commands which I will mention, all those will execute in the Linux server at the time of provisioning or at the time of creation, I can say. Okay. So here, this is a Linux machine. So here, bin bash, I can write the script in bin bash. So that's what I am passing here, bin bash. Now, what I want to update the operating system. So for that, I will say yum update -y. Okay, yum is a package manager, and what I want to update this, and I say -y. Yes to all. Next is what I want to install something. I want to install a package. Its package name is httpd. Okay, and I will say -y means install httpd -y. If I will not say -y, it will prompt and ask me to say yes or no, right?
Okay.
But
Why
I
mean
say
yes?
-y, yes, yeah, yes to all. And what I want to start the services of httpd as also. So to do that, what I will do, I will say systemctl start httpd. Okay, these are the 3 or 4 commands which I have mentioned, nothing else. Okay, I'm not mentioning anything now. And what I'll do, I will just go and I will say launch instance. You can see this. Initializing is going on. Okay. And here, if you will refresh, it says initializing. Okay. And
We
your
just
virtual
we
machine
just
will be.
made a we just made a EC2 instance, right? A virtual machine.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay. So now this virtual machine is here. And here, if I scroll down, I am able to see this public IP. This is the public IP. This is the private IP. Okay, your instance is running. Host name is this. Okay, instance type is we use t2.micro because it is fleet air. Okay, VPC is the network part. Subnet is also the network part. Okay, one thing I can show you: availability zone. What are these availability zone? These availability zones are your data centers basically. Okay, In AWS, there is a different term for data centers, that is a availability zone. So there are multiple
Okay.
availability zones available in one particular region, like 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. Okay. So it is like
Got it.
this.
Yep.
So here, if I scroll down, then I am able to see few more details related to this particular EC2 instance, and our EC2 instance is getting initialized. Okay. Now we made it a web server, right? If I just go copy this and paste it here in the browser and press enter. Okay. Not HTTP, right? We allowed port number 80 and we press enter.
Yep.
See what it shows. It shows it path. Okay. This is a
Okay.
default web page of your HTTPD, the package which we got installed. Okay. It
Okay.
means this is a, like a website we host, right? In the coming days, we will host a website also on our virtual
Okay.
machine. So now this is the default page we are able to see, and this is the server which we are running. And here we are able to see we are getting the designated output which we were thinking of. And our EC2 looks to be perfectly fine. Our commands also executed successfully.
What about the commands we gave it to? How does that work? Why did we give those commands, the bash commands?
Hmm. See, if we will not give that bash commands, we will not be able to see this output, which we are looking now here. Okay, I wanted to see the output. I wanted to show you the output. Like this particular
Okay.
server is running fine and we are making it as a web server. All
Otherwise, it would have been a blank page, the blank white page.
there will be no web page. Okay, you will not be able to see anything.
Okay.
Okay, we'll show you in coming sessions how it happens if it is a blank page. So it appears to be like this. Now, if I just go here, okay, if I scroll down, I'm able to see these details. Okay, that is being fine. And here, okay, status and alarm. So system status check is related to your hardware, whether your hardware is up and running or not, okay, or hardware is fine or not. So it is passed. Next one is install status check. Install status check is related to your operating system. So install status check is still under the initializing phase. So in some time we will be able to see this one will also come as healthy. Okay, both of them will get passed. Now the concern is how can we connect with this particular machine, right? That is the question.
Yep.
To connect with this particular machine, we need to use this public IP. And after using the public IP, what we will do, we'll just go here and we'll say git bash download. Okay. And once we go here to this particular URL, we will click on download for Windows and double click and get it installed. Okay. Next, and it will get installed. Once git bash is installed, for example, here we have this key pair morning.pem, right? What we will do, we will right click on this. Okay. And here we'll say show more options, and here we have git bash here. Okay. So once the git bash is installed, here it will show like this. So once I click on git bash here, it will appear like this. Okay. It will appear like this. And
Yep.
now we need to connect with this machine. So to connect, what I can do, I will click on connect. Okay. And third option, SSH client, will talk today. The rest of the options will talk tomorrow. Okay. Not today. SSH client, I will click. I will go here. I will paste it. Okay. And I will press enter. So once I press enter, it is asking, are you sure you want to continue connecting? I will say yes. I'll press enter and see, I am able to connect with this particular machine. Okay. Earlier I was connected with this AWS desktop. This. Now I am connecting with this particular machine.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you just go here, you want to validate the IP, you will be able to see this is the IP of your machine. See private IP 172.31.84.74. 172.31.84.74. Okay, this is your Linux machine. See, if you remember, we started the services of HTTPD. Let me do one thing. Systemctl stop HTTPD. Okay, but it says access is denied. Okay, no problem. I will say sudo systemctl stop HTTPD. I stop the services of HTTPD. Now let's have a look. Now refresh it. See,
Okay.
the site is not
So
accessible.
we just block the HTTP port, right?
No, no, we disable the services itself.
Okay.
Okay, I've disabled the services itself.
We disable the services of our virtual machine.
Yes, right. Of HTTPD.
Okay.
Okay, there is a services of
Oh,
HTTPD which we stop. Now again, if I will start, what will happen? Again, it will work. It is working. Okay, this is how it is working. And this is how we can connect with any of the Linux machine. Now, this is one of the easiest way, okay, to connect with this. I also want to show you one more way, okay. Although I know it is like this is we are going deeper and deeper, but yeah, let me show you, okay, so that you will get a good homework today.
okay.
Okay, so now what is the another way to download, okay, or to connect? The another way is putty. Okay, or let's do one thing. Okay, let's not get uh, occupied into so many things today. Okay, let's do it. Do the practical till here. Okay, and tomorrow we will see how can we connect using putty. Okay, today I will not include
Okay.
as you will get confused with so many things. Do you have any question for today?
No, can you show me that the commands, the bash commands we gave? I just
Mhm.
want to take the picture so I
Right,
can.
right, right. I'll show you something. Okay, do one thing. Okay, go on this YouTube, and on YouTube, okay, here is one thing. Search with this Technovink TECNOVINK. Okay, you should be able to find one. Yeah, this one. Okay. If you'll go here, then here there is something this Linux 0 to 0. Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Here, if you will
Okay.
go, you will be able to understand how actually the Linux works. Okay. So this will
Yeah.
help you to understand what can be the architecture of Linux and how Linux really works. Okay, so go for it, and this one will help you to understand. I'm pasting it in the chat section.
Linux 0 to 0, right?
Yeah, yeah, just go for it. There will be 3-4 videos, I believe, and 3-4 videos will help you to understand the architecture of Linux.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, this is what you have to do, and the rest of the things we'll discuss tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Any other question for today?
Can you, yes, can you show me that commands, the bash commands we gave when we were making the EC2 instance?